Today, I'll be talking to you about my work creating a web portal for basic needs access. To start, basic needs are the fundamental necessities needed in order to live and thrive. The University of California Office of the President defines these resources as access to safe and secure housing, sufficiently healthy food, healthcare including emotional and mental health, financial stability, childcare, technology, and transportation. I just want to take a moment to say, if you would even benefit slightly from any of the resources I just mentioned, they're there for you. We have all of these great programs at UCSC. Any student's able to access them. Every single UC campus has a department dedicated to helping students thrive by connecting them with these basic needs resources. However, right now students are only able to access the basic needs programs from their home campuses. As you know, many students like me have relocated during the pandemic and are no longer in Santa Cruz to benefit from them. And students aren't always in town. We like to travel. Maybe you're doing an internship and working part-time in San Francisco. Maybe you're visiting friends or family elsewhere in California. So every campus has agreed to allow access to any UC student, which is great. So this research explores how to unify all the different programs into one web app so that students can easily find the resources they need, regardless of where they are, and so that staff can have a fleshed out way of taking on students from different universities. The Cal States are actually in agreement too, so I hope that in the future that this extends to any student in California, regardless of what university or college they're at. So for this research, I follow a user-centered design methodology, and I'd like to share the results from several user studies I've conducted this year. And then I'll show you an early prototype of our design. So for starters, I ran a focus group of the employees to see what the employees thought their needs would be and what students could benefit from, and just kind of to get an idea of the viability of creating an access point that serves all 10 UC campuses. So as you might imagine, this project has lots of moving parts. Each UC campus doesn't have the same offerings or the same protocol for verification. So for example, UC Santa Barbara, you super need a UC Santa Barbara ID to access their food pantries, but at UCLA, you don't need an ID at all. So they don't have the infrastructure in place to take students from other campuses. Next, we wanted to move on to get some opinions from students. We ran a focus group of student employees. So we chose student employees because they know the services the best, but also have an idea of, what you need as a student. So we do still need to work directly with students and from the general population, and we will do that once we have our prototype fully fleshed out. So during this focus group, we asked students to draw a homepage of what they imagine the web app to help all UC students access these resources might look like. Here are some examples of those drawings. We also talked to them about some of their needs and use cases. Here are some quotes from that focus group that led our design process. Based on those two focus groups, we developed a mock-up of a potential system. This mock-up features a service finder and a personalized dashboard of relevant services. So students can log in with their duo authentication from their home campus to help campus employees track who's accessing resources when they sign up. Next, we ran another study at the Basic Needs Village Retreat. The retreat is a week-long event that all of the 200 employees get together and kind of think about the future of basic needs. So this user study had folks look through existing UC websites to decide what was difficult and what worked about their websites. So this actually got them thinking about how their current websites could be more accessible to students and what they would like to see on our web app to make sure that students kind of get the gist of what they offer. They then reviewed the mock-up that we created and gave us an idea of what they'd like to see change and new features that they'd like to be added. Currently, we're working on creating the web app and integrating the feedback from the Basic Needs Village into that. So this quarter, we plan to have that completely fleshed out and launched to UC Santa Cruz. students and to test it with UC Santa Cruz students, and then we'll launch it more broadly in the summer. Thank you so much.